Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and today, with 3 days left, we are halfway-ish through the Roman Reigns event card. We've got ourselves the Ravishing Rickard, and we've got ourselves Reo. We also have plenty of other things to do today, like, example, our daily streak, which, let's go ahead and claim this. It is day 5 of our daily streak, which is going to give us 10 draft picks. We've also got our Battle Pass Infinite Reward, which is just never anything decent, unfortunately. Now let's see if there's a free pack available today. There is not! Have they forgotten that the free packs exist? They have put in all of the expensive packs, but they've given us no free ones. Very, very rude of W Supercard. Let's see, there's a Santa's Sleigh bundle, which has a 35% chance of having either Sami Zayn or the Ethan Page. Contains 750 credits, 7 of the following, 20 of each of the tokens. For $22.29, that seems a bit expensive for what you're getting. I'm not entirely sure that I'm convinced on that one. We do have 2 blocker busters here today. There you can see we've got free plays remaining 2, and we have 2 of real turn as well. So let's go ahead and get the real turns done. We're going to play both of these for free. We're not going to put any credits into it. Whatever we get is what we get. We still haven't seen that big win yet. Oh, now that's a large amount of bonus. And that's another 50 credits. Dang. Okay, we're going to go ahead and claim an exit there. You've got 50 credits, 1 Pro Crystal, and an Eon Mr. Stone Manager. Not the best we've ever had. Not exactly sure why it was showing me that there. I've just remembered we also have quests to complete. So let's go ahead and claim some of these. I think we're going to start with the 100 objective counter. Let's see what we can get from this. Get a couple of train ups. Okay, here's an adventure card coming up. We've got a Pro Shinsuke Nakamura. There's another adventurer card coming. Oh, a Zelina Vega. That's actually really, really good. That is very, very powerful for our campaign mode. We've got one more adventure card at the end here, which is a Train Up Plus. Okay, so the Shinsuke Nakamura, we're locking down the... I'm not sure if this Maurice is going to help us, but the Zelina Vega absolutely will, and we're going to lock down all of these supports as well. Unfortunately, I don't think we need either of these. Even though it's a prize mouthguard, unfortunately it's still a mouthguard, and I think we've already got a prize mouthguard that already has ability on it. So we'll leave it just now. And now let's go ahead and take our naughty or nice packs. Give us 3 nice tokens and 3 naughty tokens. And for opening a card pack, get 1 naughty and 1 nice token. We need to win 9 more games of Boom, and we need to play 4 more games of 24/7, and then we will get 1 of these, both of which will be a pro for us, whichever one we get. And we've also completed the Ron Cena event, so let's go ahead and grab this one first. I believe that's a Pro Rail. Unfortunately, those Eon's equipments are not quite what we need. The Eon equips. And now let's go ahead and claim our Ron Cena. We're going to go ahead and screenshot that. That might be the thumbnail. Though I'm not sure how we're going to get a second one of them. Let's go ahead and play our second real turn. Then we will play the other game. That adds to the bonus. Okay, if we get lucky here, we could complete the bonus. We were one away from all three of those big wins there. It's taunting me. I'm tempted to keep going because I think that bonus thing lies. I think once it gets to about halfway that's it complete. So I think it's actually about halfway just now. But to continue costs how much? 500? Oh, I don't really want to go spending 500. No, I'm not going to. Okay, we've got an Ajax, an Eon Mouthguard, and we've got 50 credits. So at least we got the 50 credits for free. At least we didn't spend 500 credits getting those. Next up is Blocker Buster, which we will spend credits on if it's required to try and collect both of these belts. We're going to try and do that twice. Meow, 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 meow. Also in the little intro bit, it shows you that the belts can overlap. I have never seen the belts overlap, not even once. I think if we do something like this... Alright, let's get these two. Okay, so we found the gold belt. It's going up and downwards. And that means that the silver belt cannot be going across this way, or up and down this way, or up and down this way, which means that the silver belt has to either be along the top, which means it'll be overlapping here, which I doubt it. So that means it's most likely down here at the bottom or along this side. So now that we have that information, now it's a case of trying to use that information to find where the silver belt is going to be. Well, we can certainly do this at least. And we are going to continue. Okay, so the silver belt is not down this way, down this way, down this way. The silver belt could still be in a line this way, or it's going to be across here. Those are the only two places that the silver belt can be. That is a real pain, in retrospect. I'm trying to think of the best way to go about using these. We either use the two here, or we use the 2 ones to take out that. I think either way it doesn't matter, if I'm honest. I've went through the calculations and I'm going to use these here and this one here. We're going to continue once again. Alright, so this is the least useful one, I think. Okay, so the silver belt cannot be across here, which means it has to be in this bottom row. Now that we know it's in the bottom row, we don't know where in the bottom row it is. Okay, so it's across those 3, which is good. And we are going to continue again. Now, unfortunately, that one isn't going to help us, so we're going to have to go for this one. And we're going to have to hope that that is enough. And unfortunately, I don't think it is. It might be. Oh my goodness, I've just realised that it's not actually possible to get that 2 on here. If it was, then we might be able to do this. Because then I could use the 2 here and the 1 here, and that would win, but unfortunately I can't actually get this across here so that the 2 actually sits on that yellow one. That is terrible. That really, really sucks. And there's definitely no way to go about doing that. Ah, man, that's so annoying that we've got it right there and it just won't allow us. It means that we're going to have to spend more credits for a singular panel that we could take care of right here and now, but we can't because the game just doesn't allow us to. And unfortunately, unless there's a way of getting the 2 on there, the most we can do is just this 1. Well, at this point we might as well. Ah, that was so wasteful. It cost us 750 credits that I feel like we didn't really need to spend. But the game was just like, no, you want these, come get them. It's like, okay. Absolutely sucks. And it would be really nice if we were able to pull something special to make up for that atrocity. Absolutely nothing. Oh my god. That was horrible. That was abysmal. I should like to complain to W Supercard. I will write them an angry letter, and that letter shall be Q. It's the most angriest of the letters. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll try out Blocker Buster one more time. And hopefully we'll have a little bit better luck this time. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, it seems it's absolutely not giving us better luck this time. These suck. Okay, what am I looking to try and do here? Okay, so it was not there. Okay, we found the silver belt, and it's going across, so that's good. Now the gold belt could still be below it, so we'll go for these ones. And I'm going to continue. Now we still need to find that gold belt. It could be anywhere here. So it could be across here, could be up here, or could be along this way. Those are the options that it could be. And there's not an easy way to just guess, because it could literally be any of them. I think we're going to go for this. Okay, so we know that it's not at the bottom. We are going to continue once again. Okay, so we've found the gold belt. This is good. Now we should be able to get it from this one. In theory. And there we go. Oh, we've got something. And this is from the lowest percentage. Oh, we finally pulled the Tiffany Stratton. Excellent. Although I am shaking the phone and it is absolutely not doing the thing once again. Again, if you guys have some method to get this to actually activate, I would love to know. I literally have the phone upside down now and it's just not working. Maybe it doesn't work on the screen, maybe you have to wait until you've got it in the other screen. But we did finally get a Tiffany Stratton, which is very, very cool. New card discovered, there certainly was. We've got an adventure card here as well, which is a Zelina Vega. Oh my god, that is a pro from earlier in this video. And we've got another special card here. This is very exciting. Oh, it is the adventure clothing present. That is a pro for us as well. That is very, very cool. So that one was a lot better than the first one for multiple reasons. And yes, we are going to lock that down. That is very, very cool. Let's take a look at our collectibles. We have 85 of our standing ovation tokens. So we are closing in on that Joe Hendry card. And let's take a look over here. Our fusion chamber is done. We've got another adventure fusion card, which is going to be... It is the High Chief Peter Maivia, which is very, very cool. We're going to start another one of those. So we've got the High Chief Peter Maivia, and we've got Tito Santana. We still have to get Ilya Dragunov, Damien Priest, Cowboy Bob Orton, Lash Legend, and Io Sky. Although we are running low on the gold fusion tokens, let's go ahead and start one of these again. And we have a lot of cards here. We've got 535 of the 500. And let's go ahead and change our image for our Ron Cena. I think we have a slightly better one. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks that looks good. And as for our Tiffany Stratton, let us equip her with a hat. Now, this was working earlier with the Sami Zayn and the Ethan Page, but it seems to just be in refusal to work now. I'm beginning to wonder if, like, there's some kind of tilt thing that is in refusal to work. Because this 100% should have some kind of little shake animation. Oh my god, I've only just realised that it stops the little shake part here. Is it only when you first look at it? No, you can do it multiple times. Yeah, now it's working fine. So why was it not working before? I have no idea. Let's take a look at the other images. Yeah, because all the other images of High Chief Peter Maivia have all been black and white, and this is our first colour image of him. So that is very, very cool. Okay, let's go ahead and go into Combinable now. Actually, what do we have here? Okay, we can Catalog Pro this R-Truth. And now let's go back into this one. And there you can see we have 3 Zelina Vegas and we have our clothing present as well. So that is very, very cool. Let's put them into the Performance Center. We'll start with clothing present. We'll get the Pro of that and see what it looks like. I don't think we need these. I think I'm going to keep the ignition supports because they are usable in the Christmas event. We don't need any of these. And don't think we need any of these either. And just one more. Go with the Nathan Fraser there. And now let's make a Pro of our clothing present. So we're currently at 64.66 thousand to power. If we combine these, we're currently at 71.13 to power. If we just go to trainable, let's go ahead and put that in the Performance Center. There it is. And we will indeed train that up. And I think we're going to use up some of these supports as well because the Eon supports are not going to be quite as helpful as the Void or Ignition ones. That is complete, so let's see. It now gives 82.99 thousand to power, which could be one of our strongest supports. It's exactly the same as the Corporate Elbow. So if we were to get an F1, then it would then surpass the Corporate Elbow, which is very, very cool indeed. And currently, this Maurice is our strongest when it comes to stats here. This is toughness, our speed is here, and for power, we were currently using a prize Zelina Vega, so that is now going to get replaced by the F1 of our adventurer Zelina Vega. So we need to train her up. If I go into Combinable, and if we do this, if we go into Combinable and go to Adventurers, there we are. Now one of these should be the one that's getting leveled up. We need to find the right one, it's this one. And just to differentiate her, we will put the Championship honour. Yeah, let's use both of these. Now we're going to leave the Jesse the Body Ventura until we find a pro of him. But we can get rid of these. And probably one more would suffice. I'm going to try and avoid taking any of the things we can use in the Christmas event. The Naughty or Nice. And next up we just need to go for one more of these Zelina Vegas. Then we can make the Pro and then make an F1. So you need to watch out for the part here that says that it's getting trained up, because I have certainly in the past fallen victim to training up the wrong card, and I've been like, ah, dang. So there we are, level 91. That should be enough. And now let's go ahead and make a pro of our Zelina Vegas. And she currently gives 41.05 thousand power to the deck. And when we make the pro, that's now 45.15. And of course, we are going to fortify her as well. And we're going to lock that down, and we're going to put her into the Performance Center. And this should be very, very strong here. Now I think we might need to put her up to level 105 because this is an F1. And still has a little bit to go, so one more Montez Ford. Is that going to be enough? A second Montez Ford then. And there we go. And now let's take a quick look at our supports here. And you can see that the manager Zelina Vega has now surpassed our Maurice as our strongest support with 53.71 thousand power to the deck, which is very, very strong. And we've also got our clothing present, which also adds to power. So our power is looking very, very nice right now. I could make the pro of this W Universe, but I really think that if we were to pull a second Toys present, that would surpass it. So I'm holding off for just now. However, I don't think we've got anything that actually beats this guitar in terms of toughness. So let's go ahead and put that into the Performance Center, and we'll level it all the way up. Looks like we're using a Talatonga here, and we shall use some cards from Ignition. I feel like just one more Ignition card is going to be more than enough. And if we look at all of our support now, oh, our F1 prize guitar is actually just a tiny bit stronger. But of course, if we were to get a pro guitar, then that will surpass that. So that is very, very interesting. I think there's some of these that could be replaced, because I think this singular adventure Paul Heyman is probably going to be stronger than the F1 Ignition Paul Heyman. So I might need to swap that over at some point. But in the meantime, I don't really mind. I'm only looking for things that are a singular stat for campaign mode. Although we are at 500 of 500, so I do need to train up some more cards. So let's go ahead and work on that. Paul Heyman, this time we are just going to use the cards. We're not going to bother with the Performance Center. You can see that the single adventure Paul Heyman gives 17.01 power and toughness to the deck, which is significantly more than 13.24 thousand. And I believe we also have I think we've got to pump it up somewhere. Just looking at the other cards that need to be replaced at the moment. But we don't actually need these Maurices, so we can just go ahead and make the Silver Star Pro of them. We do have that ambush. We do have the pump it up, yes. So we can certainly take this one away and level up our pump it up. And that one should completely eclipse it. They're 41.05 thousand speed and power, significantly more than 31.35. We have the road case, we've got the microphone. I can make the pro of the ambush, but I think the ambush is exactly the same stats as our know your role. So yeah, minus toughness and charisma to the opponent's deck. So ambush is exactly the same as that. That's why I've been holding off on leveling them up. But I suppose we need to get rid of some cards anyway. Now is probably about the best time to do this. And we should be able to make the pros of them. There we are. Oh my goodness, we've got 3 of them at level 100 now. That was a mistake. Let's go ahead and combine 2 of them. And then we will fortify. And since this one's at level 100, it should go to level 65. And we can train up the rest of the way. And I just realised that we can actually combine these ignition cards here. Keanu James. And our Cutler James as well. Then if we go back to trainable, with our adventure card here. This one's probably enough. There you go. She now gives 53.71 thousand to, well, minus that amount to the opponent's toughness and charisma, which is still just a little bit less than it doesn't matter, which is 57.95. This is 53.71. So even the F1 doesn't stand up against the special edition adventure card. So at least we've learned that. That is something that we have all gained information on. Alright, what is the next thing to do? We need to do our crack the case for today. Reach the maximum number of enhancement cards. Of course we have. Crack the case is always very, very pernickety. So let's go ahead and dust some enhancement cards here. If we go to our enhancements, there we are. We're going to unlock some of these, well, not those ones. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and use all of them. So this is 11. We only needed to get 6, but that will give me space to grab another 5 before the game is like, no, you've reached your limit. And we've also reached the maximum number of supports. Of course we have. Well, I think we're going to use Naughty or Nice to use up some of those supports then. We have 49 of these. Wow, that's a lot more than what I thought we would. I'm going to do this 4 times then. And we do have an adventure one that we do not need. So we're going to go ahead and use this. This is going to be the greatest one of all. We're going to have... So this is going to be the most amount of points that I think that you can get. Not unless you get more for a pro. No, you don't. It's still a ×4 multiplier. So we're going to go for 500, 300, and 250. There we are. Playing a little bit of point blank. That gives us 8,400 of our tokens. And you can see there we are. And those rewards are going to be revealed in 4 days and 22 hours, which is very, very cool. We're going to enter once again. So we've got a ×2 multiplier on the nice tokens. So that's what we are using up. We're going to keep the naughty tokens for when we can get the ×2 multiplier on that one. Oh, I almost didn't see the 250 in time there. These are not particularly great rewards. Whew. Cutting it close. And we can certainly do one more of these. Now, can we get one more nice token from somewhere? Does the free pack contain them? Does not. Although what does contain them is the 24/7, but we're still waiting for our next challenger to show up. So that is annoying. Let's take a quick look and see what our boom rewards are going to be today. That'll be something interesting to look at. 2 adventure sports, so this is actually good. Okay, I think we could go for that one. Actually, let's just play a game of Boom, because I think you get... So the first one's going to be a naughty token, but we've got the maximum number of equipment cards now. Okay, we're going to have to dust some of this, because we do have some amount of crap that we unlocked there. Yeah, all of those can be dusted freely. Alright, now can we play Boom? We still have the maximum number of support cards. And we still haven't done Crack the Case yet. Oh my god. Okay, we're going to have to delete some of these support cards. So we're at 134. So we need to get rid of at least 5. But I think I'll do another 3 on top of that. Just so that I've got a little bit of space to grab some more supports. Okay, it's finally letting us actually play now. What a treat. Okay, let's try and do this as quickly as we can, shall we? Actually, that's a stupid idea. Let's go for that one. And that is fine. We should win from there. Yeah. And there we go, another 65,798 points. That was a naughty token, so we need to do one more to get the nice token. Then we're going to play Crack the Case after that. And of course we're going to do one more naughty and nice. Alright, perfect. I think we can work with that. And there we are, another perfect game. And done. And there is the nice token that we're waiting for. And our challengers arrived. Good, so now we can go and defend our 24/7 championship, if it will freaking allow me. Yes, thank you. I know how many points I got. Jesus. Okay. Eddie Guerrero stealing Ethan Page's 24/7 championship. That's a weird timeline. Okay, male tag team. Do have all special cards here, so I think we might be okay. Male solo of Charisma. Penta should have this. And then we'll just go ahead and use one of these. And there we are. Perfect. And we'll claim that reward as well. And now we're going to do... Well, we'll do Naughty or Nice first, then we'll do Crack the Case. And what support are we going to use this time? The Bobby Heenan looks like the one we're going with. $500, $300, and $250. Those are the maximum score you can get. And unfortunately, we don't need either of those either. And we're now up to 113,400. So we're closing in on that 200,000, which is the next reward that we need to get to once the 4 days and 22 hours are up. And then after that, the one after that one is 500,000. And then, of course, the larger one is the 1 million. Okay, so that's taken care of. And now, Crack the Case, I think, is the last thing we've got to do here today. And then I can go back to playing Ring Domination. Okay, there's a 0 and a 2 somewhere. And a 5 and a 6. Okay, so now that we've got that, we don't need to try the 8 or the 9, because we know that these exist here somewhere. So let's put the 5 here. And we will go with the 6 here. We'll try the 2 here. And that means this one is the 0 that we're trying here. Okay, the 2 and the 6 are correct. The 5 and the 0 are incorrect, which means that those two literally must be the other way around. And done. And once again, we're still not getting any decent rewards from this. I really think the Crack the Case rewards need to increase. Although it does say only 22 hours and 5 minutes left. Is this the last day of Crack the Case? Or does it just say that the case resets in 22 hours? No, okay, progress resets in 11 days and 20 hours. Okay, that's what I was checking. That is fine. Well, we did an awful lot here today, didn't we? That was a tremendous effort that we did. And I think it paid off pretty well. We got the pro of our adventure clothing present. We got our Tiffany Stratton. It seems that the shaking is only available if you do it immediately when you look at the card. So we got the Tiffany Stratton. We got our Ron Cena. We got the High Chief Peter Maivia in colour for the first time ever. We got our Pro Shinsuke Nakamura. We got our F1 Zelina Vega. We got our F1 Ambush. And we also got the Train Up Plus, I suppose. We got the Ravishing Rick Rude. And of course we have the Tonga Loa. So we've got a hell of a lot here. And I think we also gained some crap that we realistically need to get rid of. Let's just go ahead and dust that off just now. Let's take a look at our void cards as well. We're not getting rid of all of it, but I don't think we need this t-shirt either. There we are. So, this was a much longer video than what I originally anticipated, but I think we got some really cool stuff. We did an awful lot, and if you want to see another big old long video from the big old Grand Cat ranting about the new movie in the cinema today, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and my honest opinion of it, as a fan, as a moviegoer, as a critique, I recommend watching that. There will be no spoilers here, and I won't even say anything about the movie, but if you do have any interest in that, go and check it out. It is very cool, and it's also basically, for all intents and purposes, a podcast. And if it does well, maybe you'll get more rants from Big Ol' Grandcat. But with that said, folks, that is now going to be it for this little video, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out, and we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.